Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Logic here with Hardknocktv. I'm about to sit down with my boy Nick Huff to discuss my third studio album, Everybody.
Take it back. Take it way back.
Take it back. Everybody want to tell me what I am not. You ain't black, you a motherfucking white boy. Shut your mouth, do it right, boy. Alright, boy? Man, why you such a hype boy? Hype. Why you always talk about being black? Your skin too white, nigga, fuck that. Which I think is crazy because I've literally heard that. Like, you just a white boy, nigga? Like, what? Like, do you even hear the ignorance coming out of your mouth? Like, using that word with this word and that word. And that's another thing, like, man, like, I always shy away from shit like that and just race and stuff in general, you know what I mean? But it's like, this is something I needed to talk about, you know? Everything you talking about, cut that. That door you trying to open, you can shut that. Grip the gate. Yeah, that's how I'm a buck back. Like people, you know, violence and threatening me for just telling my story. And then I go, tell me what I am and what I know now. All this prejudice has got to go. And it's like, I'm sitting here, I'm literally just like, man, peace, love, and positivity. Be who you are. Love yourself. I'm black and white. I've gone through shit. My struggles are not any more or less than yours. I'm literally just stating my fact. And people hate, you know, and people hate. And so it's a very like, that's how I felt in that moment. And writing it has freed me. Like everybody want to tell me what I am or what I am not. Everybody else wants to tell me what I am. That's like just really crazy. Like you are this or you're not that. And not even racially, just in general. Especially because of, you know, how I may look or act or this or that. And so that's why I thought it was dope to start with that. But I also wanted to start it with my ancestors. Take it way back to the first black man long before the white man could paint the black man with a gun in his hand. So at its purest form of just being a strong black man. Take it way back to the first white man, you know, back when he looked around and said, fuck it, I'm gonna steal this land. Now, that white man does not represent all European culture or this or that, but let's take it back to that white man who was the slave master and the plantation owner and all this. And you take both those people, you put them together, and you get me. Now, you don't get me in the sense of my values or what I believe in or this or from either side of this or that. I'm just simply saying that hundreds of years later, I'm a product of that, of, you know, that strong black man and then that fucked up white man who stole not only that black man from his country, but created, or his land, but came over here and stole this land and then made him build this land and all this other stuff. And that's one thing that's like really, really, that was very hard for me, that I struggled with, because it's like, in my blood is the slave and the slave master. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy to me. Like, that is really crazy to me. Like, I can't believe that. That's fucked up. But I have to accept it. And I have to know I didn't fucking enslave nobody. And just like I wasn't enslaved, but my ancestors were, but I'm not held accountable for any of that. You know what I mean? Like, if I got a Uncle Jimbo who robbed somebody, whether he was black or white, like, I'm not responsible for what he did. You know what I mean? It'd be one thing if I condoned that action or like whatever, harbored it. But that's the thing where others look at me like that. So if they see a white, they go, oh, you know, racist or this or what, you know, lineage, or and vice versa, as though me being black is ignorant or a sign of unintelligence or any of the stupid fucking things racist ass people say. So that's kind of what this whole song is about. But then also, like, all the people watching this for the most part are very like, you know, you're not like these other fucking dudes out here who's, you know, trying to get like clickbait and this and that. We have real conversations. So like, at this point, especially just our brands, you know, at least like 75% of the people who watch this, they already know. They know me, they know you, they know us, they know this. Yep. So they already know everything that I'm talking about on the record. This is for the people who don't watch these and then go, all right, I'm gonna listen to this album, and then go, oh shit. You know what I mean? Like, I sent this song to J. Cole before the fucking album came out. And he didn't know. He didn't know a lot. He knew I was black and white. He knew this. He knew I look white. You know, he was always treating me with respect. And then he called me and was like, nigga, we need to talk about this. You know, like, for real. Like, he was like, bro, this is just crazy. He's like, I didn't know that. And he was just like a big brother. He was like, man, like, tell me more. And he was like, it was so selfless. We just had this fucking like hour-long conversation. I won't get into that, but like, we talked and he was just so understanding and just, it was really great. And he just taught me a lot about, that's what I think also helped me with not worrying about acceptance or what other people think or this or that, or like, fuck all the race shit. Just tell your story, be you, and you know, don't ask for forgiveness, you know? And so that's what this is. Like, when I go on and I speak for like 4 minutes. Because originally, This song was Take It Back, Take It Way Back, Take It Way, and it was just the hook that went into the speech.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was like, nah, yo, this beat is so hard. Like,
drop a verse.
I gotta drop a verse on it because I was like, man, like I can't not. Like, this is so dope. And then one of the best verses I ever wrote came out of it. But yeah, I literally say everything. I say everything. I say everything. I don't rap everything.
Mm-hmm.
I rap a nice little part.
Right.
I rap a nice little part on everybody, and then I really rap and say everything in a combination between all those going into Africarian rapping. But saying on the record for millions and millions of people to listen to, I've never done that before, and that's what the end of Take It Back is. And I really love it because it's literally just my story. You know, it's like I'm just simply saying like, yo, this is what it was, this is what I've been through, this is what I've gone through, and this is also the things that people have been like, no, you ain't go through that, or you haven't experienced this. And that's why, like, you know, people could be like, oh, you know, you from here, or you from there, or you from this, but it's like, but like, I'm from my house.
Right.
I'm from my household. I'm from the people who came in and out and all the shit that I saw. So this is probably the most open I think I've ever been on a song. Yeah, because I have the raps and then I have the story that's really telling you. With the exception of speaking on anxiety as well. So just as far as openness, but as far as race, this is it. This is crazy.
Nah, it definitely feels like after the verse and by the time you like start with the speech, it feels like you needed to get it out of you.
Totally.
Like it was like everybody telling you what you are, what you're not. It's like,
yeah,
just like this is what I am. Do whatever you want with it.
Do whatever you want.
This is what I am.
Yeah, it's like you can hate, you can this, but it's like standing in the face of like everybody who tries to tell you. It's like, oh, okay, cool. You like literally, it's all good because like if I say all this shit and in such a positive, like peaceful, loving, like angry to, you know, at the world, but expressing that anger in like a positive light, almost like being pissed off or having an argument with somebody and then you hit the gym and then you feel better. You know what I mean? You ain't hitting somebody in the face, you're hitting the gym, hitting the weights. And like that's what this is, because after I say, like after this whole album, after I say peace, love, and positivity and the fight for equality of all man and you know, regardless of sexuality and race and this and all this other shit, and for somebody to be like, fuck you and that message, I'll be like, all right. Cause like, you just a hater. Right. Like if I'm sitting here talking about how beautiful, because there'll be people that just are not comfortable with me. Right. They're just not comfortable with how I look, talking about black people are beautiful, incredible, amazing black people. And they're going to be like, yeah, you shouldn't be saying that shit. Like, that's crazy. Right. Just take a step back and just think about that. You know, like people that could look at you and be like, oh, I don't, you know, the way he looks, like, you know what I mean? Or like, I don't know. It's just insane. But like, that's just the world we live in. So the fact that I put it out there and I'm like, black people are beautiful and everybody is beautiful and we're all good and everything's okay and peace and love. And if somebody goes, fuck you and your piece of love, like they've already done a million times and will continue to do, at this point in my career more than ever, I know there's two things. They either, one, listen to this whole album and are just such a fucking hater, like legit, and just don't like me because of how I look or any background reasons that are, you know, incepting their mind to just hate. That's one thing, which is just so ignorant, because I'm like, man, that sucks for that person, right? You know? And then there's number two is like, they didn't even listen to it. And once again, who's the music for? It's for the person I made it for. It's for the person who is struggling with their identity. That's why this isn't like black and white and this and what I've gone through. This is just, it's about identity. So it's like, hey, here's just my story. This isn't like me, black and white, this and that. That's why I fucking changed the title. This is about everybody. You know what I mean? This is about everybody. You know, it isn't just, it's not just like it's not a whole album about God or a whole album about this or that. It's about everybody. So, swag. In
your story, you talk about looking in the mirror with a remote control.
Yeah, that's dope. And you get the sound effect.
Yeah. Yes, what was that like? What would you think about when you looked in the mirror with the remote?
I remember when I think about that the most, I think about being in Mary Jo, my godmother's attic, and being like 18 years old. And just having a remote control and like listening to fucking Wu-Tang and all this other shit. And it's kind of crazy because this album is for all the people who are going to practice in the mirror with the remote control, but never make it. And that sounds fucked up, and that's like, that sucks.
But that's the majority of people.
It's a majority of people. And this album is to say like it's okay. Like, you know, even though you may fail, in this, you will, as long as you fight, succeed in something else. So And then there's a lot of people, you know, but it's just all about what you really want. Because there's a lot of people like, I really want to rap, but like, do you really want to rap? Like, there's so much like that. If you really knew what went into it, you might not actually want to do it. You know what I mean? And so
people want the accolades, but it's like, do you really want to be vulnerable in front of a million people and really tell your life story?
Yeah,
or like
no, it's
whatever?
crazy. And then have people tell you like fuck you and like all this shit. It's really disgusting. But yeah, no, like it's dope. I'll never forget those times of like, yo, I used to make like, I'm not even kidding, like 3 songs a day. Like I would just write. It wasn't even like that good. Like I was just like, you know, I was a teenager and I was just like,
I've seen the notebooks.
Yeah, no,
boxes.
Yeah, I got boxes of notebooks, and I'm just like, I'd write, and just get it out, and rap. And so, it's really awesome when you hear that, and like you listen to it, and you're like, you know, this, you know, talking about this kid, but I'm obviously talking about myself. You know, grabbing the remote control and rehearsing in front of the mirror for hours and hours, just envisioning thousands and thousands of people. You hear the. But the world said, no, motherfucker, little motherfucker, no, you nigga, you cracker, you white boy, you black motherfucker, no. And it's like that to me. And then it goes, take it back, take it way back, take it way back. And it's almost like, you're imagining. And then no, take it back to reality. The shit ain't gonna happen. People hate you. People don't fucking love you. Like, you're never gonna make it. The world. So it's like, and fighting like that in the face of that. So it's really cool because like when I was saying it and I added that sound effect, it really allowed me to kind of go back to that place, but then also remember all the shit I had to go through because people literally said, no, whether you're white or this, that, or da, like you're not gonna do it, you're not gonna make it, fuck you. So that was hard. But it was dope. It was dope because it was hard to write that verse in my $2 million home. Like, not to sound like a dick, I'm just being real, to like now in retrospect, and not the value of money, but for people to understand, like in my guest house where my studio is that overlooks this beautiful valley on my basketball court, it's like, shit was worth it, man. Like, it was so fucking hard, but like, hey, man, it's cool now. That's a real thing. Like, I'm like, it's all good, man. It sucked, but it's all good. And would I do it again? 100%. Totally.
And you would tell that kid and looking at the mirror with
that he would never make it.
Just so that he would.
Just so he'd work a million times. Yeah, totally.